Hello and welcome to Voices of Parenting podcast. I am so glad you're here. My name is Mussi. I am an advanced nurtured heart approach trainer. I am a parenting coach. I am also an inner wealth coach, which means that I help people rediscover and connect to the people that they truly were all along, but may have gotten forgotten along the way. So to find out more about me and what I offer, you can check out monseynurturedheart.com. I would love to connect and I would love to hear your feedback. Reach out to energizinghearts@gmail.com. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hi, everybody. I'm back here with Yiska again because we ended and I was like, could we just do one more recording? I have more to say, but I was trying to honor the time. So this is really a part two. And we're just going to continue right where we left off. We were talking about you, Yiska, and you've been so forthcoming and transparent and really allowing us to witness you and your strength and who you are in of some like really stormy waters. Like this is the real time life, real time living, real time challenge. And just it says so much about who you are that this is your way of moving forward, is saying, can I get on the podcast? Can we have a conversation? I want to come back to this, like holding on to that belief that this is what you need without feeling like it's what you need, before you feel it, to want it. So something you mentioned, they were like, you spoke for a while and there were so many different pieces of things that were coming out to me. But one thing you mentioned, and I'd love to model it here together, for this is such a like precious experience. You were saying about your opening yesterday was about that anger, or Sunday, whenever it was about that anger. Like, oh my gosh, I think I'm angry, and like not wanting that to be how you're leading and what you're living from, and like what you're bringing is anger, anger, anger. And I wanted to do like that, like deeper level nurtured heart, where we really like intensity is not the enemy, and intensity has a life force and power, and that can drive whatever we want it to drive. But it can be the very thing that leads us forward into what we need next. And so I wonder what it could look like if we use this as our playground and we leaned into that anger to receive the greatness of that anger. Because when a kid is in that intense space and acting out and, getting kicked out of school and acting out at home and just raging intensity all over the place, that challenging child, we say, oh my gosh, everything that's propelling this kid to be so out of the box and so off the wall is so powerful. We want to change the behavior. We don't want this kid to be acting out in such ways, but this kid is the most amazing kid. Like this kid has so much in him. Like take it, harness it, and build him into the most incredible person, because he is a hero, right? So it's like, anger is that intense child right now. Anger is here, and anger has disruptive qualities. Anger can create that friction, can create hurt, can create things that we look back at and we're not proud of. So the behaviors, Definitely. The acting out of the anger is like, that's reset, like we don't want that. But who is anger? And what is anger? And can we find the greatness of what this anger represents, like where this anger is coming from, why anger is here in the first place? Because that, my hunch, based on my experience of Nurtured Heart, is a very deep, strong, powerful place inside of you that is absolutely beautiful. And that absolutely can serve exactly who you want to be and exactly who you are, and this baby and your older kids and this whole experience. And so if you're willing to dive into this with me, I want to almost invite you to like go into your body and like feel the surge of like that anger, that unfairness, that resentment, like taste it a little bit, like feel it viscerally in your body, and like deep down inside that anger, past the outer sounds and noises of it, like what is it that your anger really wants? What is that? What is the desire? What is the yearning? What is anger means something's not the way I want it. What is it that you really want?
I think that it's very scary to have a child who has developmental or physical disabilities, to me, because I don't know how to help this child yet. I mean, I'm going to learn, where my husband once described me as a Rottweiler to like the principal of one of our children's schools. And he meant it as a compliment, because just like I like hang on to like doing whatever my kids need and I won't let go. But it's like terrifying. Like I don't know what this child needs, and I don't know what my other children are going to need, like in relation to having a child with Down syndrome. Like that's just terrifying to me. Like, a sort of neurotypical baby, like, I know what to do with that. I know my kids know what to do with that. I know my husband knows what to. This is like it's just terrifying to feel so lost and like and I think also part of it is like I didn't sign up for this. That feeling of like I didn't pick this. It happened to us. I don't know that feel. It's
Well,
like
well, I think that one thing leads to another, and I want to slow that down for a second and bring you back to that feeling of guilt of like, oh, like I shouldn't be feeling this way about my baby, and like I wish I wasn't feeling this way about my baby, and my family doesn't deserve this or whatever.
mm,
When you frame it the way you just did, when you share what's in within this anger and what's really this terrified feeling that you have, what I'm hearing is actually that you so strongly, Rottweilerly, like desperately need to protect and love and take care of this baby in the ultimate way, and your ability to do that has been stripped from you. You don't have, and what is it that you didn't ask for? Is it actual anger at the Down syndrome or at the baby? What it sounds like is that you don't feel like there's a fair playing field here because you are a mother and you are dedicated and you love this baby that you just met. And it doesn't matter that this baby's different or has difference. There's no difference in the way you're showing up for this baby, just like you're that strong advocate, protective guardian, mama bear to those older kids. You're here and ready, and the world has stripped that away from you because you don't have the tools to do it with this one. So, hello, that's not
right.
fair. That's that mama bear. If anything, suddenly I'm hearing so much love and dedication for this baby. This anger is like, I will not let anything bad happen to this baby, but I don't know how to do that. So it's like so much love and passion and dedication for this baby that has nowhere to go. And so that doesn't
Yeah.
feel fair. And now what? And so if I'm completely validating that, yeah, this is new, you've never been here, and this is an entirely different, and at your age and at your stage, you're starting from less than how you started with your first baby, because your first baby, you saw other neurotypical or whatever babies, like typical babies. So you're even on a lower playing field than that. Like you really have got nothing here. Look, how can I honor the anger? Can I receive the greatness of the anger, that there's this such a fiery, visceral, like the anger is coming out in your life. Like that's how big it is. That's how
Mm-hmm.
big the level of your anger, that's how big your desire and commitment and dedication and determination to give this baby the best life possible is. Because it's fueling the anger. Like
Yeah.
and if I can breathe into that greatness that I have in me, the greatness of it doesn't matter who my baby is and what's wrong with them or how they were packaged. I am their mother, and I am going to do what's best. Like that's fuel that's yours. That's greatness that's yours. If I can breathe into that energy, and that's the energy that's fueling me taking, connecting with, you told me there's like resources and people and making phone calls, and I'm not this like victim who's like forced to martyr myself and all these extra things. Where is it? Let me find my anger. If I can find my anger, I can find my love, because that's where it is. I am a roaring tiger who's going to create the most beautiful life for this child, and nothing can stop me because that's who I am. And so I am going to do all of these things, whatever the next step is. And if there's no next step, then I'm going to hold that baby and I'm going to hug that baby and I'm going to kiss that baby, because that's all I can do, But the level of this anger is so powerful. Anger is so, for those who know me for a long time, for those who watch secular media, the movie Inside Out, Disney is like, I love it so much. It has so much like great just psychological truths. Like it's just awesome. But that anger is what saves Riley at the end, because anger is strong enough to break through the glass and like bring joy home again. Like, I mean, there's so much like you can open up to understand like the movie. Like it's just so brilliant. But anger is sometimes what saves the day, often what saves the day, because nothing can stop anger. Anger's stronger than everything. So I can look at your anger and say, I don't want to bring this to my family and look how I'm acting. Or I can say, okay, stand one. I'm not even energizing the behavior. Like whatever I've shown up for or don't show up, like obviously, duh. Like, I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a good mom. Like, I don't talk that way to my husband. I don't talk that way to my kids. Like, I don't believe in this. Okay, I'm standing outside of integrity right now. I'm standing outside of my values. Like, okay, like, stand one. I'm not going there. But, like, what is pushing this? Who is this being? What is this being? Who is this intense child? Like, who are you that's, like, fighting the system? Who's, like, being kicked out of school?
You know,
Who's, like,
it makes me think of like that for anything, like there's like a corresponding positive and negative. Like the bigger the anger, like the bigger the I guess the love, or the bigger the love, then like the flip side, it's like if it has
absolutely.
nowhere to go, or yeah, I would like the yin and yang, but I feel like is that the right
I'm not
like
sure. But I think it's like maybe in the it definitely relates. The way that I visualize this for the purpose of
mhm.
harnessing is like more like the Russian dolls, like going into it, like because
Oh, like at the core of
at
the
the
anger
core
is
of
really
the
love.
anger is the love, and the bigger and louder the anger is, that means the bigger and louder the love is getting. So it's like I see
Yeah,
anger and I don't go, oh no, anger, I don't want this. I go, wow, anger, can I feel it burning inside of me? Like, oh my gosh, I am so determined and dedicated to this baby. Like, I I'll give anything. I'll lift a car. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Where do I want to put this? Like, can I use that
mm.
anger, which is love,
Like
for
emotions are
anything, for whatever I need? You need a lot. Postpartum with a new
right.
baby, you're going to need a lot. There's a lot of learning to be done. There's a lot of resources to even decide, like, what to filter through. Like, yes, this, no, that. Like,
Like emotions are energy. So anger is just this huge resource of energy that I'm going to need to navigate the situation. Yeah.
and that 2 seconds of pause where I'm closing my eyes and going into it instead of bracing against it. Right? I'm like, no anger. Instead, I
Right.
open my arms and I say, anger, anger, let me feel it, let me feel it. And then the rush of it brings me to the rush of its power, which it's just a tiny step away from the love. Like, I can find it there.
I guess, and that big rush of it's like, it's scary to feel such an intense emotion. You know that poem that's about like the greatest fear is greatness, is that I'm great beyond measure.
I
You
don't
know
know
what I'm
the
talking
poem,
about?
but I understand what I think I understand what it's talking about.
I haven't, but do you want me to look it up? Because
Sure. Like, to
it's
read
like
it right now?
perfect or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, you can find it and
Like
read it. Jasmine, you can take out the pause
you
while
can
she looks it
pause.
up. Yeah. And then after the poem, we're going to close so that I could go make my dinner.
I actually like when I do trainings, like I read it at the beginning
Oh,
because
cool.
it's like so. Yeah, then I have to go because I think the baby will. Okay. It is called Our Deepest Fear by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. It's like felt
Yeah,
very
it's beautiful. And
appropriate.
to be able to apply that to the anger or whatever is present and say, like, no, like, you don't need to shrink anger. If anything, like, take it away because I need you. Because I've got a lot.
And I'm not scared of and I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of that huge energy potential because I am great and I am
Yeah,
that
you can hold all of
Rottweiler.
that. You can hold all of that. The fact that you can feel it just shows that you can hold all of that. You are already holding it, even if you're not aware of it. It's in your body. So thank you for letting me model
Thank
that.
you.
We will go our separate ways for today. And monseynurturedheart@gmail.com. Yes, that's your email address for anyone
Yeah.
who wants to reach out and connect. And thank you, Yiska, and all the best. Enjoy your baby. Hey, wait, don't go yet. Take a minute to find the beautiful quality that you have, that you appreciate about yourself.